Google came with so many awesome and amazing stuff in Google I/O, and I'm pretty sure that everybody knows that what it was about. AI.
AI to make AI. AI first, generative AI. Third, AI.
They came to show off their progress in AI, and I gotta say, this show off is valid, so let's talk about it. So in the beginning of the keynote, Google came with a bunch of information. First off, they said that Gemini is processing around 480 trillion tokens a month. That's a lot. Well, considering the amount of people who are using Google and Gemini, this is an impressive data. They gave us a bunch of other data, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's boring. So let's go for the new features, and the first one is for Google Meet. Google Meet is now getting real-time translation, and now it only supports English and Spanish, but it'll eventually come to more languages in the future, and it requires a subscription if you want to use this feature in Google Meet. One of the coolest things that Google introduced is called Project Astra, which helps you to connect deeply with Gemini Live. It's like having a teacher or professional person right next to you anywhere that you go and need some help. And it's fairly easy to use. I mean, you just have to put it next to yourself and you could endlessly ask questions about the problems that you have and you want to solve it. Like in the demo, they showed that this dude is fixing a bicycle and he's using Gemini Live with Project Astra. He gave it the model of his bike and asked what does he have to do next. Gemini searched through the web and found a PDF file that included his bike's diagram, and then it downloaded it and opened it automatically. Then he said that he has a problem in a specific area. Then Gemini automatically scrolled down to the page which was related to that issue. How cool is that? I mean, it's like those old sci-fi movies that we used to watch that an actor had a personal assistant that could ask anything that he wanted to. We're getting to the point that the distance between AI and reality is becoming shorter, and shorter. This is amazing and scary, to be honest. The next cool thing that Google came up with is called Project Starlight, which basically makes a 3D avatar of you and it will be shown to the others on your video calls. It's basically used with VR. And a device is required to do the scanning, which on the keynote it showed that it's using Google Beam and it has 2 cameras on each side and 2 cameras on top. And it shows that it's in collaboration with HP and the first devices are coming by the end of this year. The next thing that Google came up with is one of the coolest things that I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's called Project Mariner. There are a bunch of AI agents that you could use in any Google service that you want, no matter if it's Google Sheets, Google Docs, or Gmail. They could do other stuff too, like finding you a movie ticket or buying you some clothes or other stuff. And the other thing is that no matter how many agents that you have, they could communicate to each other. Like a bunch of people in the team that are supposed to do some work for a person or a company. Now there's 2 new versions of Gemini, Gemini 2.5 Flash and Gemini 2.5 Pro, and there's gonna be some cool new features on both of them. And what Google said about them is that they're better in nearly every dimension. One of the features is that Gemini is now gonna have a better realistic natural voice. It does sound like human, but sometimes there are some hiccups and stutters and sometimes it sounds like robots. It's gonna be more realistic. Like from now on, sometimes it might be serious and sometimes it might be kind and supportive and all this kind of fancy shit. And it's gonna do this without any stutters or hiccups. Pretty cool. And about the availability, Gemini 2.5 Flash is gonna be generally available in early June. And they said that the previews is available in Google Studio AI and the Gemini app. This new feature which I'm gonna talk about that Google introduced is very useful for software developers and it's called Code Assistant. And one of the biggest obvious things that they talked about is that you could get help from Gemini 2.5 Pro in coding. They said that you could sketch the program that you want and give it to the Gemini and it'll code it for you. Oh my god, this is awesome, especially for those who just started coding. And Google said that this is the smartest and the most convenient way of AI coding. I'm not gonna deny it and argue with that. For now at least. So the next thing that Google introduced is called AI mode. It's like the basic Google search. You just have to type whatever you want and let AI to search it for you instead of Google search. You know, there's a feature that Google introduced on the last Google I/O, but it's now better, smarter, and more convenient. If you want to go out today, you could simply use this AI mode to get some activities or suggestions for the places that you could go. And the good thing is that it could place those suggestions between hours, like 4 and 6 p.m. or 8 and 10 p.m. And at the end, they said that the Project Astra capabilities are coming to the AI mode soon. Like you could use the Gemini Live to get some suggestions. Pretty cool. Google Lens is now getting an update and it's called Search Live. It's basically the same Google search, but instead of typing, you're using your camera. You could point your phone straight to the thing that you want to search for and it just does it for you. It's like the Google version of the visual intelligence that Apple introduced with the iPhone 16 series. The camera will be your eyes. Like for example, there's a cake in front of you, but you don't know exactly what the topping is. You just simply scan it with Search Live and it just tells you what it is. At the end of it, they said that Google Lens has 1.5 billion users a month. Damn. Now there's also a new Gemini Live feature which is coming to Android, and iOS. It's screen sharing and camera sharing. With the screen sharing, you could just simply use Gemini Live and ask whatever your problem is. Like for example, there's a math question on the display and like me, you don't know how to solve it. Just ask it and it'll simply gives you the instruction to solve it. Camera sharing is also very useful if you want to just like fully copy the text that you wrote on a paper, no matter how bad the handwriting is. And then you could ask Gemini to just save it to your Google Keeps account and it just simply does it. Other than the things that I said, there's a new cool feature that Google came up with and it's called VO3. It's a video generator and it's shockingly accurate. And to show you how powerful it is, they brought Darren Aronofsky, which is a well-known filmmaker, to talk about it. He said that how good, realistic and futuristic VO3 is, and he even said that he's using this feature in his new short movie, which is in collaboration with Google obviously, and it's coming out soon. Google is gonna release all these cool new AI features in 2 different plans. Google AI Pro and Google AI Ultra. So let's just start with the Pro. With Google AI Pro, you get Gemini 2.5 Pro and VO2. It gives you Notebook LM with higher limits. You get Gemini in Gmail, Docs and other Google services, and you also get Gemini in Chrome with 2 terabytes of Google Drive storage. You know, for a regular person or someone who needs this kind of AI or a content creator, for just $20 a month, you'll get tons of features. So now let's go to the AI Ultra. It obviously gives you a better version of all the features in AI Pro plan, but you also get Project Mariner, which was the AI agents that could do all the things that you wanted to. You also get YouTube Premium and 30 terabytes of Google Drive storage. Shit. And it costs $249.99 a month. Bruh. For now, Google AI Ultra is only available for US, but it's coming to other countries soon. So after all this information and the talks about the new features which was related to the AI, they talked about Android XR, which is the operating system of the mixed reality headphones, like the AR glasses and the VR headsets. Also, Google said that there are going to be 2 new Android XR devices, and both of them are going to be manufactured by Samsung. Now the headset is going to give you the option to get into the things that you're watching, like if you're watching sports, you can see the data like how many goals and how many fouls they got in the tiles next to the game. It's basically the same experience as the expensive Vision Pro. You know, Vision Pro is really expensive compared to this one. The reason that I said expensive compared to this one is because they said that it's gonna be less expensive than the Vision Pro. God only knows how cheaper it is gonna be, but at least you're not paying $3,500 for a fucking headphone. Now for the AR glasses, it's gonna be more interesting because they said that you don't need a phone or a watch to control the glasses. It's gonna do all the things and all the AI processing on its own. Like it has open speakers, you could see the information into your eyes and you get 3D tiles in your view, and it somehow looks like Meta Ray-Bans. And with the help of Gemini and AI mode, you could do everything that you want, like schedule a meeting. By the way, one of the coolest things that they introduced with the Android XR is that with the help of AI and Gemini, you could talk in your model language and it'll do a real-time translation. As you're gonna see in the video, Shahram is gonna talk in his mother language, which is Farsi very poorly, and Nishta, if I'm saying the name right, is gonna talk Indian. And the glasses are gonna translate as they speak real time, but it has some hiccups. I mean, well, yeah, that's cool, but let's see.
Fingers crossed. بسیار خوب. حالا میتونی ببینی حرفای من ترجمه میشن از فارسی به انگلیسی.
हाँ, बिल्कुल. अब मेरी पूरी दुनिया खुल जाती है और मैं सब कुछ समझ सकती हूँ आसानी से.
This is seriously a useful feature for those who travel a lot but don't know many languages. And at the end of the keynote, Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google, shows the stats of how many times they said Gemini, AI, and exciting. You know, it was a joke that people made for the last keynote. Boy, so many stuff happened in the Google I.O. and so many insane features introduced. Like, one of my most favorite is the AI agents. Man, AI is going too far. I mean, it's getting scary. Anyways, tell me what was your most and least favorite feature in Google I.O. And as always, thanks for watching. This is WhiteForge and I'll see you in the next one.